Change begins when you step away from the life you've outgrown and make room for the person you're becoming. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Disappear from the excuses and rise to the challenge. Are you tired of feeling stuck? Like you're not living up to your full potential? Do you ever wonder if there's more to life than what you're experiencing right now? It's time to break free from distractions, bad habits, and all the things holding you back. Today we're talking about how to disappear from mediocrity and step into the life you deserve. This is your moment to take control, change your path, and become the best version of yourself. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will change everything. Number 1, disappear from distractions and build a life of focus. Distractions are everywhere. They are in your pocket, in your home, in your workplace, and even in your own mind. They pull you in different directions, making it harder to focus on what truly matters. And if you don't take control, they will control you. If you want to change your life, you must first learn to disappear from the distractions that are keeping you stuck. Because the truth is, nothing meaningful can be built in a scattered mind. Success does not come to those who are easily pulled away by every little thing that comes their way. It comes to those who have trained themselves to stay focused, to stay committed, and to stay disciplined, no matter what. Now let's be honest. Most people today are distracted. They wake up and the first thing they do is grab their phone. They scroll through their notifications, checking messages, emails, social media updates. Before they even step out of bed, their mind is already overloaded with useless information. And this sets the tone for their entire day. They jump from one thing to another, constantly switching between tasks, never really making any progress. And at the end of the day, they wonder why they feel exhausted but haven't accomplished anything. If that sounds familiar, then it's time to change. It's time to disappear from the noise, from the distractions, from the things that do not serve you. Because if you don't, you will never achieve the life you truly want. So how do you do it? How do you build a life of focus? First, you must decide what truly matters to you. You can't focus on everything. You have to choose. What is important? What do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to be in 5 years? 10 years? If you don't know, then it's easy to get lost in distractions. But if you have a clear vision, then you can start cutting out the things that don't align with your goals. Once you know what matters, the next step is to remove the distractions that are pulling you away from it. That means setting boundaries with your time, with your energy, and with the people around you. If your phone is distracting you, turn it off when you work. If social media is wasting your time, delete the apps that don't add value to your life. If certain people are always pulling you into meaningless conversations, limit your interactions with them. You have to protect your focus like your future depends on it. Because it does. Now, disappearing from distractions doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means being intentional about where you put your attention. It means choosing to engage with things that help you grow, that bring you closer to your goals, that make you better. It means being present in your work, in your relationships, in your personal development. Another key to building a life of focus is learning how to say no. A lot of people struggle with this. They don't want to disappoint others, so they say yes to things that don't serve them. They take on unnecessary responsibilities, attend pointless meetings, engage in conversations that drain them. And as a result, they have no time left for the things that truly matter. But if you want to build a life of focus, you must learn to say no. No to distractions. No to unnecessary commitments. No to anything that takes you away from your purpose. You must also train your mind to stay focused for long periods of time. This is a skill. And like any skill, it requires practice. If you are used to jumping from one thing to another, your mind will resist the idea of deep focus. You will feel the urge to check your phone, to look at something else, to do something easier. But every time you resist that urge, you strengthen your ability to focus. Every time you stay committed to a single task for an extended period, you train your mind to work with intensity. And that intensity is what leads to success. Now let's talk about environment. Because the truth is, your environment plays a huge role in your ability to focus. If you are constantly surrounded by noise, by distractions, by people who do not respect your time, it will be very hard to stay focused. So create an environment that supports your goals. Find a quiet place to work. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to stay disciplined. Remove anything that does not serve your purpose. And finally, be patient with the process. Building a life of focus does not happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and constant adjustment. But every step you take in the right direction makes a difference. Every small improvement compounds over time. And before you know it, you will have transformed your life. So starting today, make the decision, decide to disappear from distractions. Decide to take back control of your time, your energy, your attention, because the life you want is waiting for you, but only if you are willing to focus. Number 2, eliminate negative influences and surround yourself with winners. The people you surround yourself with will shape your mindset, your habits, and ultimately, your future. If you want to change your life, you must first change the people around you. Because whether you realize it or not, every conversation, every interaction, and every influence in your life is either pushing you forward or holding you back. Negative influences come in many forms. They could be the friends who constantly complain about life, but never take action. They could be the family members who tell you to lower your expectations because they don't believe in your dreams. They could be the coworkers who gossip all day, but never focus on improving themselves. They could even be the content you consume. Negative news, toxic social media, meaningless entertainment that wastes your time. And if you are not careful, these influences will slowly shape your thinking. You will start believing that success is impossible. You will start making excuses instead of taking action. You will start doubting yourself, questioning your potential, and settling for less than you deserve. But here's the truth. You do not have to accept this. You have the power to eliminate negative influences and choose better ones. You have the power to create an environment that pushes you to grow, to improve, and to win. And it all starts with a decision. The first step is identifying who and what is holding you back. Take a good look at the people in your life. Are they encouraging you or draining your energy? Are they helping you grow or keeping you stuck? Are they pushing you to be better or pulling you into bad habits? Be honest with yourself. If someone in your life is constantly negative, constantly making excuses, constantly bringing you down, then you need to distance yourself. It does not matter if they are family, childhood friends, or people you have known for years. If they are not helping you move forward, they are holding you back. And it is not just about people. Look at your daily habits. What are you consuming? What are you watching, reading, and listening to? If all you hear is negativity, gossip, and complaints, it will affect your mindset. You must be intentional about what you allow into your mind. If something does not add value to your life, it does not deserve your time or attention. Once you remove negative influences, you must replace them with something better. Because if you do not, the old habits and toxic people will find their way back. This is where surrounding yourself with winners comes in. Winners think differently. They do not waste time complaining. They do not focus on problems. They focus on solutions. They do not settle for mediocrity. They push themselves to be better every single day. And when you are around people like this, you start to adopt their mindset. You start to believe in yourself. You start to raise your standards. You start to push yourself harder because you see what is possible. So how do you find these people? How do you surround yourself with winners? First, you must become one yourself. Winners are not interested in excuses. They are not looking for people who just talk. They want people who take action. If you want to attract successful, disciplined, and driven individuals, you must first show that you are serious about your own growth. Start improving yourself. Develop strong habits. Show up every day with discipline and commitment. And when you do, you will naturally start connecting with like-minded individuals. Second, put yourself in the right environments. Winners are not hanging out in places filled with negativity and distractions. They are in places where they can grow. That means attending seminars, joining mastermind groups, reading books, listening to powerful speakers, surrounding yourself with knowledge and wisdom. If you want to connect with winners, you must go where winners are. And remember, this is not about cutting people off in a negative way. This is about protecting your future. This is about choosing what is best for you. You do not have to argue with negative people. You do not have to explain yourself. You do not have to feel guilty. You simply need to make a choice to grow, to improve, and to surround yourself with those who will push you forward. Because at the end of the day, your success is your responsibility. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to push you harder than you push yourself. No one is going to care more about your future than you do. Number 3, cut off time wasters and invest in your personal growth. Time is your most valuable asset. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. Every minute wasted is a minute you could have used to improve, to grow, and to build the life you want. Yet most people let time slip through their fingers without even realizing it. They spend hours on meaningless activities, engage in useless conversations, and procrastinate on the things that truly matter. And then years later, they look back and wonder why their life hasn't changed. If you want to create a better future, you must cut off time wasters and start investing in your personal growth. You must take full control of your time because no one else will do it for you. The people who succeed in life are the ones who understand the value of every hour, every day, every moment. They don't allow distractions to steal their focus. They don't entertain people who waste their energy. They don't spend time on things that do not contribute to their goals. They take their time seriously because they know that every second counts. The first step is identifying what's wasting your time. If you don't know where your time is going, you can't fix the problem. Take an honest look at your daily routine. What are you spending hours on that isn't adding value to your life? Is it scrolling through social media, watching random videos, engaging in meaningless gossip, saying yes to unnecessary commitments? Whatever it is, you need to recognize it, because awareness is the first step to change. Once you identify the time wasters, you must eliminate them. This requires discipline. Most people struggle with this because they are comfortable. They are used to wasting time, and breaking that habit feels uncomfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to improve, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You must be willing to say no to distractions, to pointless activities, to anything that takes you away from your goals. But cutting off time wasters is not enough. You must replace them with something meaningful. This is where personal growth comes in, because the time you free up must be invested in something that makes you better. Otherwise, you will fall back into old habits. So what does investing in personal growth look like? First, it means feeding your mind with the right information. Read books that expand your thinking. Listen to speakers who inspire and challenge you. Study successful people and learn from their experiences. Fill your mind with knowledge that helps you grow, because the more you learn, the more you can do. Second, it means developing new skills. Every skill you gain increases your value. Learn how to communicate better. Learn how to manage your finances. Learn how to become more productive. The more skills you develop, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Third, it means improving your habits. Success is not about one big move. It's about what you do every single day. If you want to grow, you must build habits that support your goals. Wake up early. Plan your day. Exercise. Focus on deep work. Stay disciplined. Small habits, done consistently, will change your life over time. Fourth, it means surrounding yourself with people who push you to be better. Growth is not just about what you do. It's also about who you spend time with. If you are surrounded by people who waste time, you will struggle to break free from that cycle. But if you are around people who are focused, disciplined, and ambitious, their energy will push you to do the same. And finally, it means taking action. Because knowledge without action is useless. Many people consume information, but they never apply it. They read books, watch motivational videos, attend seminars, but when it comes time to execute, they hesitate. Don't let that be you. Take what you learn and apply it. Put in the work, make progress every single day. Because at the end of the day, your life is a reflection of how you use your time. If you waste it, you will stay where you are. But if you invest it wisely, you will create a future that you are proud of. Number 4. Walk away from excuses and take full control today. Excuses will steal your future if you let them. They will hold you back, limit your potential, and keep you stuck in the same place year after year. People who make excuses never move forward because they always have a reason why they can't. They say they don't have enough time, but they waste hours on distractions. They say they don't have enough money, but they spend on things that add no value. They say they don't have the right opportunities, but they never take action to create them. If you want to change your life, you must walk away from excuses and take full control today. No more waiting for the perfect moment. No more blaming circumstances. No more letting fear stop you from doing what needs to be done. Your future depends on the choices you make right now. And the first choice is to stop making excuses. The truth is, every successful person had reasons to quit, but they didn't. They had obstacles, but they found a way. They faced challenges, but they refused to let those challenges define them. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that successful people take responsibility. They don't waste time complaining. They don't wait for someone to save them. They take control of their lives and do what is necessary to move forward. So what is stopping you? What is the excuse you keep telling yourself? Are you waiting for motivation? Motivation is temporary. Some days you will feel like working. Other days you won't. But the people who win are the ones who show up and do the work. No matter how they feel, they understand that results don't come from feelings. Results come from action. Maybe you say you don't have the time, but if you track your day, you will see that there are hours wasted on things that don't matter. The issue is not time. The issue is priorities. When something truly matters to you, you make time for it. If you have time to scroll on your phone, you have time to build your future. Maybe you say you don't have the right resources, but look around. There are people who started with nothing and built something great. They didn't wait for resources. They found a way. They learned new skills. They worked harder. They made sacrifices. The difference is not what you have. It's how you use what you have. Maybe you say you don't know where to start. The answer is simple. Start anywhere. Take the first step, even if it's small. Read a book. Watch a tutorial. Write down your goals. Do something that moves you forward, no matter how small it may seem. Because once you start, you build momentum. And momentum is what keeps you going. But here's the hard truth. If you don't take control of your life, no one else will do it for you. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to push you harder than you push yourself. You are responsible for your future. Every choice you make today will determine where you end up. Taking control means making decisions that align with your goals. It means waking up every day with intention. It means being disciplined, even when no one is watching. It means focusing on progress instead of perfection. It means being honest with yourself about what you need to improve. It also means taking ownership of your failures. When things go wrong, don't blame others. Don't look for excuses. Look for lessons. Learn from your mistakes and use them to get better. Because failure is not the end. It's a step in the right direction. If you are willing to learn from it, you have everything you need to change your life. The only thing standing in your way is the excuses you keep telling yourself. But excuses won't give you results. Action will. Number 5. Leave behind old habits and create powerful new routines. Your habits shape your life more than you realize. Every action you repeat, every routine you follow, and every decision you make is either pushing you forward or holding you back. If you are not where you want to be, look at your habits. Because the truth is, your life right now is a reflection of the habits you have built over time. If you want to create a better future, you must leave behind old habits that are slowing you down and replace them with new routines that make you stronger, sharper, and more disciplined. You cannot expect change if you keep doing the same things that have led you to where you are now. Change begins when you decide that the way you have been living is no longer good enough. The first step is recognizing which habits are hurting you. What are the things you do every day that add no value to your life? Are you spending too much time on distractions? Are you staying up late and waking up tired? Are you procrastinating on the things that matter? Are you making unhealthy choices? The biggest mistake people make is thinking that small bad habits don't matter, but they do. Because small actions, when repeated daily, turn into big results over time. Once you identify the habits that are keeping you stuck, the next step is to eliminate them. This will not be easy. Habits are built over time, and breaking them requires effort. Your mind and body will resist change. You will feel the urge to go back to what is familiar, but comfort is not your friend. Comfort is what keeps people average. If you want to grow, you must be willing to let go of the things that no longer serve you. But leaving old habits behind is only half the battle. The real change happens when you replace them with powerful new routines that move you forward. Because if you do not replace bad habits with good ones, you will eventually fall back into old patterns. So, what kind of routines should you create? First, start your day with purpose. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. Wake up early. Avoid checking your phone first thing. Take time to plan your goals. Read something that expands your mind. Exercise. Do something productive before the world distracts you. Next, structure your time wisely. Successful people do not leave their days to chance. They have routines that help them stay focused. Set specific hours for work. Take short breaks to recharge. Avoid multitasking. It makes you less productive. Give your full attention to one task at a time and complete it before moving on to the next. Another important habit is taking care of your body. Your energy levels determine how much you can accomplish in a day. Eat foods that fuel your mind and body. Get enough sleep. Exercise regularly. When you feel strong physically, you perform better in every other area of life. One of the most powerful routines you can build is the habit of continuous learning. The more you learn, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Read books. Listen to educational content. Study people who have achieved what you want. Never stop improving. The moment you think you know enough, you stop growing. Building strong routines also means protecting your mind. What you feed your mind affects your actions. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Limit your exposure to negativity. Stay away from anything that drains your motivation. The more you control what influences you, the stronger you become. Success is not about making one big change. It is about consistently making better choices every day. Small positive habits done daily will transform your life over time. At first, it may feel like nothing is happening. You may not see immediate results, but if you stay consistent, the compound effect will take over, and you will start to see the rewards of your discipline. Number 6. Break free from toxic environments and rebuild your mindset. Your environment has more power over your life than you think. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, and the atmosphere you surround yourself with are shaping your mindset every single day. If you are stuck, unmotivated, or unable to grow, take a close look at where you are. Because sometimes, the biggest thing holding you back is the environment you refuse to leave. A toxic environment drains your energy, limits your thinking, and keeps you in the same cycle of struggle. It can be a group of negative people who always complain, but never take action. It can be a workplace filled with gossip and mediocrity. It can be a home where your dreams are mocked instead of supported. It can even be the online spaces you visit daily, feeding your mind with distractions and negativity instead of inspiration and knowledge. If you want to grow, you must break free. You must make the decision to step away from anything that weakens you. This will not be easy. People will try to pull you back. They will call you different. They will say you have changed. And that's exactly the point. Growth requires change. You cannot stay in the same place, do the same things, and expect a different life. Breaking free starts with awareness. Ask yourself, who are the people influencing me? Are they pushing me to become better, or are they keeping me comfortable? What kind of conversations am I involved in daily? Are they about solutions, learning, and progress, or are they filled with negativity, complaints, and excuses? How do I feel in the places I spend the most time? Energized or drained, inspired or discouraged? If the answers are not leading you toward growth, then it's time to step away. This does not mean you have to cut everyone off immediately. It means you must be intentional about who you give your time and energy to. Distance yourself from those who bring negativity into your life. Reduce your exposure to conversations that limit your thinking. Remove yourself from places that kill your motivation. Your environment should challenge you to be better, not keep you stuck in the same habits and mindset. Once you remove yourself from toxic influences, the next step is to rebuild your mindset. Because even after you leave, the effects of that environment may still be in your thinking. You may still doubt yourself. You may still hear the voices of people who said you couldn't make it. You may still carry the habits you picked up from being around the wrong influences. Rebuilding your mindset starts with feeding your mind with better inputs. Read books that expand your thinking. Listen to people who inspire and challenge you. Surround yourself with individuals who are ahead of you in life so you can learn from them. Choose conversations that make you stronger. Protect your focus from distractions. The more you control what enters your mind, the more you control the direction of your life. Next, develop a mindset of responsibility. Toxic environments often create a victim mentality where people blame circumstances, others, or the past for their problems. But to rebuild your mindset, you must take full ownership of your life. No more blaming, no more waiting for things to change, no more hoping for someone else to fix your situation. You must decide that from this moment forward, your success or failure is in your hands. Your beliefs shape your actions. If you believe you are stuck, you will act like you are stuck. If you believe you are capable, you will take action to prove it. Reprogram your thoughts. Start seeing yourself as a person who is disciplined, focused, and unstoppable. Because the way you see yourself will determine the choices you make. Growth requires sacrifice. You will have to let go of comfort. You will have to step into the unknown. You will have to challenge old patterns and beliefs, but the reward is worth it. Because when you remove toxic influences and rebuild your mindset, you create a life where you are in full control. A life where you are not held back by negativity. A life where you are surrounded by people who uplift you. A life where you have the mental strength to overcome anything. Number 7. Step away from comfort and chase your biggest goals. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It keeps you in the same place, doing the same things, living the same life year after year. If you want to achieve something greater, you must be willing to step away from comfort and chase your biggest goals with full commitment. Because the life you dream of will not come to you. It must be pursued with discipline, action, and persistence. Many people have big goals, but they never take the first step, because comfort holds them back. They tell themselves they will start tomorrow. They wait for the perfect time. They hesitate because of fear. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The perfect time is now. The moment you decide to move forward is the moment your life starts to change. Stepping away from comfort means doing what is difficult. It means waking up earlier to work on your vision. It means sacrificing distractions that waste your time. It means pushing through fear, doubt, and discomfort. It means being willing to struggle before you succeed. Every great achievement requires effort. Every successful person you admire has faced challenges. The difference is, they did not let those challenges stop them. Your biggest goals are possible, but they will not be handed to you. You must take action. Not once, not when you feel motivated, but every single day, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Even when progress seems slow, even when no one is watching. Because every action you take is moving you closer to your goal. The problem with comfort is that it creates the illusion of safety. You may feel like you are fine, like nothing is wrong, but the truth is, you are stuck. You are not growing. You are not progressing. You are standing still while others move forward. And the longer you stay in comfort, the harder it becomes to leave. Comfort will tell you that chasing big goals is risky, that you might fail, that you might look foolish. And yes, there will be failures along the way. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when things do not go as planned. But failure is not the end. It is a lesson. Every failure teaches you what to improve. Every setback builds your resilience. Every challenge makes you stronger. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who fail, learn, adjust, and keep going. They are the ones who are willing to do the work, even when it is hard. They are the ones who understand that progress is built through persistence. To chase your biggest goals, you must create a plan. Break your goal into small steps. Set clear deadlines. Track your progress. Make adjustments along the way. Action without strategy leads to frustration, but action with a plan leads to results. Your mindset will determine how far you go. If you tell yourself something is too hard, you will never try. If you believe you are not capable, you will never push yourself. But if you develop the mindset of a winner, if you believe that no matter what happens you will find a way, you become unstoppable. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Stay away from those who encourage comfort and mediocrity. Find mentors. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want. Study their habits, apply their strategies. Stay focused on your own journey. And do not waste time comparing yourself to others. The road to success is not easy, but it is worth it. The struggle, the discipline, the sacrifice, it all leads to something greater. It leads to the life you truly want. A life of purpose. A life of achievement. A life where you look back with no regrets, knowing you gave it everything you had. Number 8. Detach from approval seekers and trust your own path. You cannot live your life based on the opinions of others. Approval seeking will hold you back from reaching your full potential. Every decision, every action, and every choice you make should come from within. You must trust yourself and your own path. The moment you detach from the need for approval is the moment you free yourself to live authentically and pursue your dreams without fear of judgment. We are all influenced by the people around us. It's natural to seek validation from friends, family, colleagues, or social circles. But if you rely too much on others' approval, you become dependent on their views. You stop thinking for yourself. You start adjusting your life to fit someone else's expectations, and this leads to frustration and unfulfilled potential. You cannot truly thrive if you are constantly seeking permission from others to live your truth. There will always be people who do not agree with the choices you make. There will always be critics, doubters, and those who question your decisions. That's a part of life. But let me ask you this. How many times have you held back from doing something important because you were worried about what others would think? How many times have you kept quiet, played small, or settled for less just to avoid rocking the boat? When you seek approval, you are handing over the power of your life to someone else. The only approval you need is your own. The only validation that matters is your belief in yourself and your ability to create the life you desire. This doesn't mean you should ignore the advice of others or refuse to learn from those who are wiser than you. It means you must trust your instincts and your own judgment. You are capable of making decisions that are right for you, even if they don't align with what others want. The more you seek approval, the more you allow other people's opinions to dictate your choices. Think about it. How many times have you delayed pursuing your dreams or stopped short of taking risks because you were worried about what people might say? How often have you played it safe, settled for mediocrity, or avoided change just to stay comfortable in the eyes of others? The truth is, this mindset keeps you stuck. It keeps you in the same place, and it stops you from living the life you were meant to live. You must be willing to stand alone when necessary. You must be willing to make bold choices, even if they are not popular. To walk your own path, you will face uncertainty. There will be times when you feel alone, unsupported, or misunderstood. But this is when you must trust yourself more than ever, because the path to success and fulfillment is rarely clear and easy. It's often unclear, difficult, and uncomfortable. But it's also where true growth happens. The people who achieve the most are not the ones who follow the crowd. They are the ones who are willing to think for themselves, to make their own decisions, and to stand by their choices, even when others don't understand. They are the ones who are willing to risk failure, to face rejection, and to move forward regardless of what others think. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for approval. They just go. The journey to trusting your own path begins with making small decisions that align with your truth. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What path do I believe is best for me? What is holding me back from fully embracing my own vision? Every decision you make is an opportunity to trust yourself more. Take the time to define your own values, your own goals, and your own vision for your life. What does success look like to you? What kind of person do you want to be? When you clearly define your own path, the opinions of others lose their power. You will no longer be swayed by the judgment or approval of others. You will be focused on your own journey, and that's where the real magic happens. The most powerful people are the ones who are self-assured. They don't seek constant validation because they know their worth. They don't need others' opinions to feel good about themselves. They are grounded in their own decisions and trust themselves to figure things out along the way. They understand that life isn't about being liked by everyone. It's about being true to yourself. Understand that your worth is not defined by the approval of others. You do not need to fit into someone else's mold. You do not need to meet someone else's standards. You are unique, and your path is yours alone to walk. By trusting yourself, you unlock the potential to achieve things that no one else can. Your greatest achievements will come from your ability to make decisions based on your own values and beliefs, not on the desires or opinions of others. Detach from the need for approval and focus on the bigger picture. Focus on your long-term goals, your personal growth, and your dreams. Surround yourself with people who encourage your independence and growth, but don't rely on them for your validation. Your journey will always be your own. No one can walk it for you. Be brave enough to pursue what is right for you, not what is expected by others. The more you trust yourself, the more you will see your life transform. You will become unstoppable, because when you let go of the need for approval, you step into your true power. You will create a life that is authentic to you, where your actions are aligned with your vision, and you will experience fulfillment in every step you take. Number 9. Turn off the noise and master self-discipline daily. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the noise. We live in an age where distractions are everywhere. Whether it's social media, constant notifications, the opinions of others, or even the pressure of living up to societal expectations, the noise never stops. It's so easy to get lost in the clutter and lose sight of what truly matters to you. But here's the truth. If you want to transform your life, you must learn to turn off the noise. You must reclaim control over your focus, and the first step in doing that is mastering self-discipline. Self-discipline is not something that comes naturally to most people. It's something that must be developed, honed, and practiced consistently. It's the ability to say no to distractions, to stay focused on your goals, and to take the necessary actions even when you don't feel like it. It's about understanding that your future success is built on the small decisions you make every day. When you're surrounded by distractions, it's difficult to make progress. It's hard to stay motivated when you're constantly being pulled in different directions. But the key to mastering self-discipline is not just about pushing harder or working longer hours. It's about making intentional decisions to block out the noise that doesn't serve your purpose. Think about the last time you tried to work on something important, but were constantly distracted by your phone, your email, or the opinions of others. How did that feel? Probably frustrating. Right. It's hard to focus when the world around you is constantly demanding your attention. But the truth is, you have the power to block out that noise. You just have to decide to do it. Turning off the noise starts with creating boundaries. Set clear limits on your time and energy. Decide when you will allow distractions in and when you will shut them out. For example, set specific times during the day when you check your phone or social media. Outside of those times, keep your phone out of reach and focus on the task at hand. Be intentional with your time. When you're working, be fully present in the work. When you're with loved ones, be fully present with them. The key to developing self-discipline is understanding that every choice you make, no matter how small, either brings you closer to your goals or takes you further away. The distractions that fill your day are like small leaks in a boat. They may seem insignificant at first, but over time they add up and slow you down. Every moment you spend giving in to distractions is a moment you're not investing in your future. Self-discipline is also about understanding that it's okay to be uncomfortable. Success doesn't come from staying comfortable. It comes from pushing through the discomfort, from doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. It comes from making the decision to take action despite how you feel in the moment. The moment you push through the discomfort and stay focused on your task is the moment you develop true self-discipline. When you master self-discipline, you stop being at the mercy of your emotions. You stop letting your feelings dictate your actions. Instead, you act based on your values, your vision, and your long-term goals. You create the habits that align with your vision, and you consistently follow through, even when the path is difficult. This consistency builds momentum, and over time that momentum leads to massive results. Turning off the noise isn't just about eliminating external distractions. It's also about quieting the internal chatter, the doubts, the fears, the negative self-talk that tries to pull you off course. You have to recognize when your own mind is sabotaging your progress and take control. The first step in doing this is to be aware of the thoughts that are holding you back. When you catch yourself thinking negatively or doubting your abilities, Challenge those thoughts. Replace them with thoughts that support your goals. Remind yourself that you have the power to stay focused and take action. Another important aspect of self-discipline is setting clear, actionable goals. When you know exactly what you want to achieve and why it matters to you, it becomes easier to say no to distractions. It's easier to prioritize your time and energy because you have a clear sense of purpose. Without a clear direction, it's easy to get caught up in the noise and lose sight of your goals. But when you have a strong why driving you, the distractions seem less important. Self-discipline also means holding yourself accountable. It's easy to get distracted or lazy when you don't have someone holding you accountable. But if you want to master self-discipline, you need to create systems that keep you accountable. Set deadlines for yourself. Track your progress. Find a mentor, coach, or accountability partner who can help you stay on track. The best way to build self-discipline is through small, consistent actions. It's not about making big, dramatic changes overnight. It's about committing to daily actions that move you closer to your goals. Start with small, manageable tasks, and over time, those small actions will compound and lead to significant results. The key is consistency. One powerful way to turn off the noise and strengthen your self-discipline is by developing a morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for the rest of it. If you wake up and immediately dive into the distractions, checking your phone, scrolling through social media, or responding to emails, you start your day on someone else's terms. But when you wake up and prioritize your own time, you take control. Start your day with intentionality. Dedicate the first hour of your day to activities that align with your goals. Read, write, meditate, exercise, or work on your most important task. By doing this, you set the tone for the rest of the day. You create a habit of self-discipline that carries over into everything else you do. Turning off the noise and mastering self-discipline is not easy. It requires effort, consistency, and the willingness to face discomfort. But it is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. When you control your focus and discipline, you control your future. You stop being at the mercy of distractions and start building the life you want. Number 10. Disappear from mediocrity and rise as the best version. Mediocrity is comfortable. It's safe, familiar, and doesn't demand much from you. But if you're serious about changing your life, about stepping into a future where you don't just survive but thrive, then mediocrity is your enemy. The world is full of people who are just getting by, living in the middle ground, not really pushing themselves, not really striving for greatness. They settle for less than they are capable of, and they make excuses for it. If you want to stand out, if you want to be the best version of yourself, you must disappear from mediocrity and rise to greatness. Mediocrity creeps in slowly, subtly. It doesn't announce itself as a threat. In fact, it often feels like the easiest path to take. You wake up, you go through the motions, you do what's expected of you, and at the end of the day, you feel like you've accomplished something. But the truth is, you haven't done anything extraordinary. You haven't pushed yourself to be the best you can be. You've just settled. The real problem with mediocrity is that it's contagious, it spreads, and before you know it, you start to believe it's all you're capable of. You begin to accept average as your standard. You tell yourself that it's okay to not try your best, that it's okay to coast through life, to do just enough to get by. But deep down, you know that's not the life you want to live. You know you're capable of more. It's time to rise above that. It's time to stop settling for less than your best. It's time to break free from the chains of mediocrity and become the best version of yourself. The first step in disappearing from mediocrity is recognizing it for what it is. You cannot change something you don't acknowledge. Look at your life right now. Are you truly pushing yourself? Are you striving for excellence? Or have you become complacent, comfortable in your mediocrity? Ask yourself, are you really doing everything you can to be the best version of yourself? Are you challenging yourself to grow every day? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. You have to start by setting a higher standard for yourself. Mediocrity is born out of a lack of standards. When you don't demand the best from yourself, you end up with just enough. But when you set a high standard, everything changes. You begin to hold yourself accountable. You stop making excuses and start finding ways to push beyond your limits. This isn't about being perfect. It's about striving for excellence in everything you do. It's about refusing to let yourself fall into the trap of doing just enough. Your standards determine the quality of your life. If you set the bar high, you will rise to meet it. You will constantly challenge yourself to grow and improve. You will begin to develop a mindset that is focused on winning, on being your best, and on pushing past your limitations. Your standards will shape the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the results you get. But raising your standards isn't enough. You also have to take consistent action. It's one thing to set high standards, but it's another to actually put in the work to meet them. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and making sure that your efforts match your ambition. Success doesn't come to those who wait for it. It comes to those who actively pursue it every single day. Mediocrity thrives on laziness and procrastination. But if you want to be your best, you have to take consistent, focused action. To break free from mediocrity, you must become uncomfortable with comfort. Comfort is the breeding ground for mediocrity. It tells you that what you're doing is enough, even when you know it's not. Comfort makes you lazy, it makes you complacent, and it makes you settle. The best version of yourself won't emerge from staying in your comfort zone. It will only emerge when you push yourself to do more than you thought possible. Discomfort is where growth happens. Every time you face a challenge, every time you push yourself beyond what you thought you could do, you grow. It's in those moments of discomfort that you build strength, resilience, and character. You learn what you're truly capable of, and you develop the confidence to tackle even bigger challenges in the future. When you're no longer afraid to be uncomfortable, you're no longer afraid to become the best version of yourself, but you can't do it alone. To rise above mediocrity, you must surround yourself with people who are also committed to excellence. Mediocrity loves to be in the company of others who are settling. When you're surrounded by people who are content with being average, it becomes easier to slip into that same mindset. But when you surround yourself with winners, with people who are constantly striving for greatness, you will be inspired to do the same. The people you associate with will either lift you up or drag you down. Choose your circle wisely. Find people who challenge you, who inspire you to be better, and who hold you accountable for your actions. These are the people who will push you to rise above mediocrity and become the best version of yourself. Another important step in rising above mediocrity is to stop seeking approval from others. Mediocrity thrives on the need for external validation. When you're constantly seeking approval from others, you are allowing them to define your worth. You are letting other people's opinions dictate your actions and decisions. The best version of yourself isn't defined by the opinions of others. It's defined by your own standards and your own vision for your life. You must learn to trust yourself. You must believe in your ability to make the right decisions, to take the right actions, and to create the life you want. When you stop seeking approval and start trusting your own judgment, you take full control of your life. You stop living for others and start living for yourself. Finally, remember that rising above mediocrity is a daily choice. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something you must commit to every single day. You have to wake up every morning and choose to be the best version of yourself. You have to make the decision to rise above mediocrity and take action toward your goals. Each day is an opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. Each day is an opportunity to become more than you thought you could be.